first time.
And today was a little bit different because it looks like our monitor wasn't working, so it looks like we were full and we're not. So we completely went empty, starting with the studio, which first we thought it was a problem with the studio water, but it wasn't there. You could see it. And then we realized that the water was out by pulling this bed off of the studio, which is where we're at now. It's the little studio. And so then we turned the pool water on for our emergency backup, which we've never done in like 5 years. Frank, you want to show them where that is?
Follow.
Yes. And we've never used it. And so this was kind of interesting because we just recently did the video on filling it up with the water department.
You walk into this room, and on the light.
See where it's located. There's the light.
What you do is I put blue tape here. You turn this off.
You can see it says pool on the side.
This is off. Straight up and down is on, which means the water is flowing. Come over here. This right here is water that comes from the pool into the system. This is off. This is on. On, if you notice, it always, like as if it was a water going this way. If this was turned, that means the water stopped.
I think that's with all plumbing pipes. When it runs the opposite, it means it's shut off. Now, don't you run the pool during this
And you
flow
better
time?
turn on this right here.
This is the small pool monitor. Or,
So you turn this button and
Pump.
this turns on the pump.
and sometimes you push it twice, right? And you'll hear it make
You'll
noise.
hear this.
And you see water coming
You'll see
through
water
too.
bubbling through.
And then when you shut it off, you hit the same button twice and you'll hear it get really quiet
Well, you'll
in
just
here.
hear it until it turns on.
Now, also when they turn it off, do they need to turn these guys back off again?
Yes.
The opposite.
Once you turn this off, then you have to turn this so the water's still going into the pool to fill it up. And this you turn off so the water stops coming into our system.
So,
This is off. This is on. After.
so right
Before.
now this is off. And this one is on because we're filling the pool. You can hear the pump on. You can see the water by turning that bottom right button right there. And then when you don't need this to be happening anymore, you could shut off the pump by turning that same button. You get to hear it get quiet. And then this actually goes on, which is straight up and down, correct?
And what I did also, turn that on.
And this also is the opposite because you just turned it on, you turn it off when the pool is off. And also, he says what he did.
Walk this way.
The joys of having your own home in Cabo.
I turn this off. This is normally on. I turned it off, so it's not filling up the pool either. Our pool,
Yeah.
other pool.
This other pool. And he turned it off just so he's not taking up that water. Because normally it runs the fountain, which cleans the pool. But because this emergency, we're just gonna skip that for today. And he adjusted it. Ta-da! When you hear the water, like when you turn the faucet
When
on,
air starts coming out,
it makes a lot of noise. You can tell something's wrong.
go here immediately. This Bombay de Agua, turn that off.
Which is down.
Right.
And so that just shuts off the pump that's
It shuts
pushing.
off this pump right here, this big blue pump that runs water for the whole house.
Because when there's no water in it, you don't want it to be working because it's not pumping anything. You could damage the house pump.
Right. So I'm gonna turn this back on now.
It's the second one to the right. You can hear it turning back on now.
See the water toucher? Come on, baby.
So we try to catch it in time because you don't want to blow up the pump, and hopefully it didn't do that. It's making noise.
It's hot though. Should be coming out of the cistern.
Is this on the right way?
Yes.
Yeah.
like colder water is coming in.
It's been off for a while. We just don't know how long the pump ran before we noticed that the water wasn't working. We showered at 8 in the morning and we came back at 9, it wasn't working, so it couldn't have been that long, but. Should I turn on a water faucet?
No. I'm hoping it's got some of the air out of it.
Stand back.
She got air from the water coming out. It just got air. Okay.
Turn off the pump.